Так, а что, собственно, с интернетом? Я постесняюсь поинтересоваться чисто по приколу. Что, собственно, происходит? Раз, интернета немас. Это вам что, какой-то мимас? Или как? М, м, ха, хм, хм, м, 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 Да звук упал. Ой, звук интернета упал. Интернет плохо работает, показывает. О, появился, блядь, картинка появился. А что не так с картиночкой? Та-ра-та-та-та. А что не так с картиночкой? А ну хватит плакать, а ну хватит плакать. Все, тут нажимать под ваше на сердечко мое. А ну у меня тут дергается. Ну-ка, ну-ка отставить. Так, ну, чича я попробую, не знаю, абдаптер. Вот это. Ну, ну да. Ну, абдаптер. Перевоткнуть попробую, что может заработать. Блять, ну работает же. Смотри-ка, ляка, я вижу, что он работает. Так, ну я сейчас пропаду. Буквально на сколько секунд? Сколько-то там секунд. 20 секунд. Встречайте, ждите меня. Хюенду. Да, да, successfully connected, но все равно что-то не то. Килобит 33 тысячи показывает, 43 тысячи, 15 тысяч, 15 тысяч и горит зелененьким. Значит, я вернулся. А это значит, мы в игре. И я благодарю всех, кто поддержал меня на данном стриме. Вот. И я благодарю всех за то, что поддержали и подождали меня. Так, все равно показывает error. Как себя YouTube чувствует? Нормально? Что не так, нарисовав плохо? Кого? Кого? Что показывает error? Он показывает error. Не понимаю. Error. YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. Enough video. Что значит enough видео? А сколько для вас enough? Мне интересно. Вроде все работает, ничего не это. О, все. Excellent connection. Excellent connection. А это значит, мы готовы играться. Да, я. Оба. Кто мы были? Где? Смотря где. Зависит еще от того, смотря где. А то и когда. Собственно, это вам не простой вопрос на простой ответ. Надо знать, когда и что, и где. А иначе можно и не так что-то. Так что поаккуратней. Previously on Alan Wake. И сейчас опять не будет этого. Раньше показывала.
Groggy. Whatever Hartman had pumped in me was
Сейчас
making
не
me numb.
показывает.
I felt like this was happening to someone else. Someone I was watching on television. I couldn't think. Couldn't
Так вот сделал.
focus. There were only empty sheets of paper here.
Забыл, блядь, надо же опять. Заходим. Вот сюда вот так заходим, значит, логотечки. Вот так вот делаем 3000. И вот теперь можно заходить. О-ля, какой бардак. Теперь
No
можно.
manuscript pages.
Чё, блин? Уронил дурак.
Good evening, Alan. Are we feeling better now? Feeling calm?
Yeah. I see you brought your pet gorilla with you. So sure, I'm calm. I get the message. Loud and clear.
Quite right. That's the spirit. You're being very brave, Alan. I
Loud and
understand
clear.
you're confused. I would be more concerned if you weren't suspicious of me.
Blind
I
and
don't
clean.
blame you for it.
Big of you.
Now, why don't you come with me? We'll reacquaint you with my clinic and go over everything you might have forgotten. Little walk and some fresh air? Yes, it will
Ну
do
как
you good.
поточек идет, нормально? Или нет, не слышу.
This
Алекс
corridor is
Сергей.
for patients.
Алекс Сергей.
Most of them aren't here right now.
Слышу,
Jack took
повторите.
them out for a fishing trip, except for the ones who are particularly vulnerable, of course.
Death Rally. Ля, как красиво. Блин, ну днем вообще офигенное выглядит. Графику, блин, все в тени, все в ночи сделали, как бы. Ты спать.
I
Ну,
encourage
сука, ну
creativity
это
as a part of the
попахивает
recovery
баном.
process here at Cauldron Lake Lodge. I specialize in treating artists.
Очень красиво. Ля, блин. Очень красиво. Все в тени, все в ночи.
I bet you do.
Splendid, Alan. I honestly believe we can get this thing under control if we work together.
А браться я не думаю, потому что дорого, это во-первых. А во-вторых, там, типа, я боюсь, что моя видеокарта это все не вытянет. Вот что. Я боюсь. Вот. Да.
Now, Alan, from past experience
Козявку
with you,
держит
I
в
know I
руках.
need to get right into the heart of the matter as quickly as I can after an episode. So I'm just going to say this. Alice is dead.
No.
You're in a very vulnerable state until you understand and accept this. Alice drowned.
Да не вытянет.
And you couldn't
Вот я
face
боюсь.
that. You're
Тут я не
suffering
хочу
from
играть в 30
hallucinations,
FPS, 30 FPS,
paranoid
даже 60, типа.
unusual
Блэд.
thinking, an obsession about light and darkness, a feeling that everything revolves around you, your thoughts and dreams.
Блин,
Your
какой
mind has
красивый
constructed an
движок,
elaborate
хороший.
fantasy scenario
Картинка
in
красивая,
which your
простенькая, но,
writings are affecting
блин.
reality. She has been kidnapped, and supernatural forces of darkness are trying
Да,
to
что
stop her.
DLSS, и что это? DLSS, я контрол играл с
You go this way,
DLSS,
Alan.
нет.
I
Я
wasn't
его
ready for another
выключил.
shot. So I went
Выключил
along with it.
DLSS.
He had to be
DLSS
lying.
плохой.
But under the influence of the drug he had given me,
3.5, может, новый
I
будет
had to fight
хороший,
not to
не знаю.
believe his words.
Но вот предыдущие были
It's
плохие.
all in your head.
Типа на видосиках показывают, что сглаживание практически аналогично оригиналу. Ну ни хрена, все в лесенках, все в говне.
Unless we fight the fantasy, it will return. I know the instinct is to resist me, but think about it. Doesn't this make far more sense than the insane supernatural conspiracy you have concocted in your mind? You're a skeptic by nature, Alan. We both know this. Everything can be explained
Яка
logically.
теперь большая консоль? Спасибо Unreal Engine 5 и технологии DLSS и тупым разработчикам. так называемым новичкам, которых взяли мегакорпорации на работу, когда денег, блядь, вертолетных разбрасывали. Сука. Бан.
I never get tired of this view. Very inspiring, isn't it?
Cauldron Lake spread below us. I could see Mirror Peak on the other side of the lake. I thought I could make out the spot where Diver's Isle had been when I arrived with Alice. Now there was nothing but waves.
Ой, дождь
It
собирается.
seems there's a storm coming.
Причем тут Unreal 5, при том, что легко на нем учиться, и все вот энтузиасты попел. Сейчас сделаем графику, блядь, графику, смотрите, какая графика. Сейчас я скачаю пресеты моделек, сейчас скачаю, понапихаю. Гля, какая графика, это я сам все сделал. Я ебать, какой я программист, бля.
Imagination is what you work with.
$70.
For all your nightmares, this should come as an immense relief to you.
С вас
If it
$70.
doesn't, why is that? Because
Вот
I'm
какая
lying?
говна графика. Ты посмотри, дерьмо, полнейшее
But you're
дерьмо.
not well.
Ужасная графика, но, господи, как красиво.
It's part of the
I let
Как
him
все
talk.
так просто,
Hartman
ну как
obviously
красиво.
logged his own
Опа.
views. His words echoed madly inside my head. I dug my nails into the palms of my
На любом
hands to stay
движке.
focused.
Легко хуяр. Нет?
Once you accept that,
Нет?
we can begin the
Не вижу, чтобы новые движки каждый разработчик на и C-Sharp, не знаю, там на C++ создавал свой движок. Что-то не вижу. Почему? Потому что они нихуя не знают эти языки. А не надо знать, блядь. Есть ж программка. Вот и все. Программку зашел, как в фотошопе. Хуяк, понатыкал. Готово.
Let's go
Я,
inside.
да, я. О, Сережа сидит за диваном,
Here's the
кстати.
entrance to the office wing. That's for staff only. You were impressed by my trophies when you
Ля,
first
сколько тут,
arrived here.
сколько
I do
полигонов. Ля,
love to hunt.
выходи, Сережа,
Bring out
выходи.
yours. Man versus nature.
Попався.
It's wonderful stuff.
Pretty damn wonderful, yeah.
Иди спать, ты шо? Ты ж сказал спать пошел.
I'm a real bad dream, mister. You should be afraid of me. Don't
Не,
wanna run into
Unity
me
тоже
that's for sure.
Please.
разы. Разы, а может быть и два раза.
Yeah, you'd like me to go away so you won't be scared. But you can't just decide what kind of dream you have or when you have it.
Emerson,
Okay, sorry.
Попался.
Ew.
that's Emerson.
Ля-ля.
Actually making some progress with him, I'm happy to say. He works on
Elbow
video
strike.
games.
Ooh, yeah.
It's trash, of course, but it does
Get him
involve some
to the head.
small creative effort,
по
which
Сережа.
makes him receptive to my therapeutic methods.
No kidding.
Ля, диван показывает мне свой. Ну ладно, это хороший диван. Да, ну, сука, дерется. Прикинь, хп отнимется. Там был этот термос, алло. А вот. Нет, там еще один
Please,
был.
this way.
No. No. I want to escape. Run away, так сказать. Вот, кто это? Сережа. The engaging new book by Dr. Sergey Hartman, the author of best-selling Creative Flow. His groundbreaking techniques, engagement, therapy, 3D and the flow 3D explained it in his own words. Now available in bookstores across the country. На самом деле на индусский акцент похож. Они так разговаривают на английском. Да, сканирую. Все. Сканировал. Ну все. Вот нашелся. Попался. Но это не он. А, нет, это он. Вот видишь? Вот. Я спать пошел. Ну вот ты сначала йогой вот этой своей займись и вот на диванчик ложишь. Шо? Хватит. Все, иди спать.
Hartman had mentioned that the power had been acting up. Maybe that was the reason for the generator and the work light on the balcony. The generator hadn't been activated, and there was no key.
Генератор.
Now, you might have noticed the typewriter in your room. You've been writing as a part of the therapy.
С кем он
If you feel
разговаривает?
up to it, you should continue.
Oh, hello. I've
Hi.
painted you.
Okay.
I was just struck by inspiration a couple of days ago. Dr. Hartman wanted me to paint landscapes, and that's what I was doing. But now I've been doing these things, a lot of them. The images just keep coming. Dr. Hartman likes them. He has them in his office.
Yeah?
He's very proud of me. He says I'm getting much better. I think I'm getting better.
Yeah. Типа, well, fuck you then. Похож на это. Аля. Красота. Ты посмотри, ты посмотри. 5 полигончиков. 3,5. Ну как же все сделано, ты посмотри. Шикарно, шикарно. Все, 3 дерева, 4 дерева. И все, и кажется, как будто лес. Горы. Красиво. А это Unreal Engine 5. Ну, тьфу, блядь. We are here to give you specialized help you need. However, please observing the following. Please ask friends and family to schedule visit beforehand to ensure they don't interfere with your therapy and or periods of creativity. Also, please respect your fellow patients' need for privacy and personal space, especially when they're engaged by their creative processes. Typically, other patients have long-term creative problems, and they won't be solved overnight. Give yourself permission to take the time you need. Bear in mind that you're voluntarily receiving treatment that has been following specifically tailored for you. Engagement therapy and its sister method with the flow work the best when you are actively engaged in helping them. If you have any concerns, please don't hesitate to voice them. Ясно.
My rheumatism's killing me. There's a storm coming. Oh, what a storm.
I hope it wipes this place off the face of the earth.
And these two are the Anderson brothers, Odin and Thor. They had how should I put this? A heavy metal band in the 70s and 80s called Old Gods of Asgard. They even adopted new first names to complete the image of Viking gods. After the band broke up, they lived on a farm nearby. They are, well, in advanced stages of dementia. They're well cared for, TLC and all that. There's nothing more that can be done. I'm afraid that the rock and roll lifestyle has left its mark.
Чего?
Oh,
извинись.
I'm so sorry to cut this short for now, Alan. The power has been acting up. I'd
The
better
rock
go check
style.
out. We'll continue
Rock
this.
lifestyle.
Meanwhile, when you feel up to it, return to your room and try to write. It really is for the best. Don't you think?
I'd like to bash his head in with a hammer.
Oh, he'd love to fish out our secrets, but he has no clue. He's not crazy enough. Not crazy like us, Sonny. Yeah! Being crazy's a requirement, Sonny. Who else could understand the world when it's like this? It takes crazy to know crazy.
That's the sanest thing I've heard in a while.
Zane! You're all right, Tom. Hey, we like him, don't we, bro? He's got to go to the farm.
The Anderson Farm. Valhalla!
We wrote it all down, lest we forget. A crash course. All you need to know to get your head right. You need to find the message.
Here, Sonny, here's something for you. Gave me a rash, but I kept it safe from these bastards.
Манускрипт.
My head was clearing up.
Thomas Zane.
Zane could feel the poems, taking form, shaping things. As he experimented, he imagined he could almost feel the power surging through the keys of the typewriter. It exhilarated him. But there was fear, too. If not for his young assistant Emil, he would have given it up. But Emil convinced him otherwise. He, too, had a way with words.
Эмиль. Ассистент. Младший ассистент Эмиль.
According
Это
to
же
Hartman, I was sinking back into the
Эмиль
fantasy.
Хартман, как
I was
зовут?
convinced he
Эмиль
was lying
Хартман?
to me about everything. Crazy or not, the Andersons made
Точно
more
лох.
sense.
Tom, you got any booze on you?
Yeah, no. Sorry,
we have a
guys.
stash of the special stuff at the farm. Our own formula. Local ingredients. Medicine clears your head right up. Makes you remember like moonbeams on the brain.
Oh, I just noticed. Leather patches on the elbows? That's not very rock and roll.
Tom just lost is all. Baba Yaga got to him too, the damn witch.
She used us all. Taken from all of us. Took my thunder, the witch.
And my ravens, what were they? Memory and thought, the hag.
She took something from you too, didn't she? That's what she does.
We're better off. This place, the lake, it gives you power. If you're a creator, an artist,
God.
Nightmare shifted in their sleep in the darkness of the lake.
Bye, Айс, не понял.
yeah, that's the one. She makes sure it comes out twisted and wrong. Just ask the lamp lady. She knows what happened to that other writer.
She's been using you, boy, and you let her. You went and opened the door for her, didn't you?
Now, it was already open a crack. And whose fault is that? We're morally corrupt, disease-ridden, old and stupid.
Doesn't mean he had to open it all the way, goddammit.
So tired. Built the farm close to the lake. A place of power.
We had parties there, man. You should go there and have a party.
That Bob Balder threw the amp through the window. Hit that hippie chick in the back of the head. 15 stitches and a concussion. Bob's dead now. Leukemia.
Селок
Stitches,
бросил, да?
snitches, and narcs, man.
На женщин.
Bad scene.
Ну ладно.
I'm tired, man.
Они уставшие, они далеко от силы, от места силы. Им надо в свое место, в магию. Это место силы. Эх, зажал здесь он. Где?
You can't wake up. You can't hurt a nightmare because all dreams are only imagination. They're only in your head and they're not there when you wake up. So you can't wake up because I'm in charge now and I don't want to disappear. My nightmare is the publisher people who want to make a contribution so they can say they made a contribution. And then we end up with mullets in there because they think mullets are funny, but it wasn't supposed to be about mullets. And now it's about mullets. And when it's in slow motion, they call it mullet time because the numbers came back from marketing that mullet time is the hook we needed to go big in the target demographic. And they're not even kidding. They say it all like serial killers with straight faces and smiles. My nightmare is the writers who want to make everything from the characters to the toasters talk all the time and express their feelings so they won't shut up. And the writers won't shut up either because they have feelings too. And I have to listen to them because they're not scared of me. And everyone should just shut up. Shut up. Shut up. But I don't see nightmares.
Shut up.
I'm too scared.
Shut up.
Take 2 pills every morning.
Shut up.
And 4 when I go to bed. And that makes me the scariest nightmare of all.
And I'm about to break everything you say
Why don't
and
you hear with Dr.
me.
Hartman and give the writing a shot, huh? Typewriter's in your room. You can get to your room by those stairs, Wake.
I need a little room to breathe. And I'm about to break.
Something's wrong. I'm not myself. It's hard to think that there's a shadow inside my head. I can only focus on writing. Everything else is a blur. I'm trapped in this cabin. Have been for days, but it's always dark outside. My editor is real. I saw her again. She's not human. It's not human. A dark presence is wearing the old woman's face. She was covered in clinging shadows. There's a hole in her chest where her heart should be. I think I've made a horrible mistake. I don't think I'm any closer to saving Alice. It's been lying to me, using me to get the story it wants, and the story will come true.
Так. Надо этому помешать. Правильно? Правильно. Не хочу туда, я не хочу. Не хочу. Вот сюда вот сяду и буду смотреть. Нельзя садиться. Ага, тема.
Hartman wanted
Да что это
the
за
white
скрипт
glare of the
такие?
blank page in front of me hurt my eyes. My hands began to shake uncontrollably.
Everybody calm down. Put that down. Bert, I need help.
Hey, Wake, you stay here. I'm gonna go see what's up. You just keep doing what you're doing. Be cool, okay?
I didn't know what the chaos was all about, but it could be my only chance of getting out of here.
I don't know.
Hammer's up. Here's a friendly poke from Mjolnir, wench.
Oh, afraid of the crazy brothers, are ya? Not so weak now,
The
are we?
Писька. Barry in the
Hartman
lodge.
kept talking, giving Barry the grand tour, clearly proud of the place. He went on and on about his hunting trophies, and Barry was impressed. But he was here on business. He raised his voice, cut through the monologue. Hey, Hartman, where's Al? Hartman stopped in mid-sentence, annoyed at the interruption. He nodded at the hulking orderly standing nearby. The man smiled and clapped a practiced hand on Barry's shoulder.
Сделал.
Well,
What
things
did
are
you
rattling
do?
fast, aren't they?
Хм. What is happening?
Looked bad.
Why you
Wasn't
were
very tough. The crazy old fart hit her hard. If she was one of Hartman's goons, she had it coming. I could get the key to the office from Sinclair.
Ключик.
I had to get to Hartman's office. He had taken all my manuscript pages. That's where he'd been keeping them.
Maybe you could come out and beat our wrinkled adult diapered asses for us, since you're so tough, Bert.
We were on the road, man. You think we haven't seen?
Лол.
Yeah, you better hide, Birch. My wrath will break you.
He's probably
Ah.
kidding, Birch. He's got a great sense of humor. Just ask Sinclair.
The markings on the tape said they were recordings Hartman had made of the sessions with his patients. I saw Alice's name on one of them. For a moment, I couldn't breathe right.
Now, Mrs. Wake, can you tell me about Alan's problems?
He's more and more out of control all the time. The parties, he's so angry all the time. He's getting violent.
Do you mean with you?
No, not with me. No, never. Sometimes I almost wish Alan would take a swing at me, because at least that'd lead to a conversation he couldn't just march out of. But no. Alan doesn't really sleep. And the work, well, he's not writing at all. He sits there for hours and just gets more and more frustrated. And I can't talk to him.
Yes. Tell me, Mrs. Wake. What would you say to him if he'd listen?
I don't know. I want to say, I look at you, and it's not you. Just some stranger who resembles you. Looking out from behind your eyes. And I don't like that guy much. And now it's all gonna go to hell.
But you don't ever say this.
No. I've tried, but he's not listening. He's too deep in his own problems. Always going on about something else. I'm so afraid I'm gonna lose him. And we're not even talking anymore. He doesn't let me in anymore. He just keeps me in the dark. I'm so alone here, even when he's home. Please help me, Doctor, because I'm at my wit's end.
Well, if you can just get him here, I'll absolutely do my very best.
Yeah, but Doctor, you need to be careful with him. He's not just going to listen to you and cooperate. He's the most stubborn man I've ever met.
Well, I'll be sure to bear that in mind.
Hearing her voice, what she was saying made me happy and sick and guilty all at once. Worst of all, I recognized the words. The phone call from her. It had been a cut-up of this. Just a recording.
Да, но я уж почти чуть не уснул, елки-палки. Под этими вашими
Hartman wasn't
приколами.
happy. Maud could see it in his eyes. He quickly lowered his own. He had made a mess of it, and he knew it. The shame of failure was hard to bear. He hadn't expected Wake to say he needed more time, and he blurted out 2 days, less than Wake had asked for to show him who was in charge. But that wasn't part of Hartman's plan.
Let me out of here! Hartman, do you hear me? I'm gonna chew your crazy quack ass to shreds! Seriously!
Barry?
Ow! About time!
Barry! Man, am I glad to see you.
We need to get to Hartman's office.
It's right next door.
You okay?
Yeah. I mean, no! The cops found me at Rose's trailer, but they didn't hassle me too much. I'm obviously a victim in this, and I demanded to be treated as such. Or else I'd sue their asses. Speaking of asses, that vet gave me a real hard time, but I had no clue where you were. That guy's crazy, Al. But he let me go, and then I get a call from Hartman, that son of a bitch, who tells me you're here, and I should come pick you up, but when I got here, 2 goons clobbered me and stuck me in there.
What's with the cutout?
I stole it from the diner to piss off Rose after what she did to us. That'll teach her.
Yeah, that's a harsh punishment. Come on, pal, we gotta get going.
were all the pages I had on me. And more.
Alan, please. You're sliding back into the...
Tell me one more lie and I'll shoot you in the face.
Ah, well, it was worth a shot. Really, Wake, come on. Let's work together on this. You have no idea...
Hartman, shut up! Barry, get out of here. I'll catch up with you. Get a car.
Oh, Al, let's just...
Go!
Wake, listen to me. This is a mistake. Don't you see? Together we can create something absolutely wonderful. With your ability and mine.
Oh.
The dark presence would be on me in a moment. I had to find a way out. I needed light to get the possessed bookshelves out of my way. Hartman followed the fall of Alan Wake with his binoculars. When the rider hit the water, he ordered Jack to take the boat to him. The spot was easy to see in the dark, even with all the extra lights in the boat. The flare floated and kept burning even in the water. Jack turned the radio louder as the engine sputtered. The music was rough and clanking, something the Anderson brothers would no doubt have enjoyed. But Hartman chose to ignore it. Wake was finally within his reach. Hartman knew he was no creator. He had no ambitions on that front, and he certainly didn't want to end up like every artist he had worked with here, damaged in ways that were hard to describe, or worse. It was enough for Hartman to maintain creative control and provide direction, to be a producer. That was what most of these people were in need of anyway. Of course, suitable subjects were few and far in between.
God damn it. Oh. Шо, блядь?
I'm here!
Ooh.
Hey, come on! We gotta get going! Al! I'm over here! I found the car, but the gate's locked. You're gonna have to go through the hedge maze over there.
Barry, I don't have a light.
Take this, Al! Oh, God! Look at the house, Al! Look out! Come on, Al! We gotta go! It's not much of a maze! I made it through easy! Oh, geez, Al! The house looks bad! Let's get out of here! Al, hurry up! I can hear those evil guys moving around!
I stared at the Viking paraphernalia that littered the area, surrounding an unlikely centerpiece. A full-side stage complete with an impressive sound system with all the trimmings, including a dragon. It took a special kind of crazy to build something like this in a remote field. When the sky split open with a deafening boom and the music started blasting, it felt strangely appropriate.
Hey. Что?
See them moving around! They're coming for you!
Ой-ой.
Hartman hurried down the corridor. He had disliked leaving Wake when he was surely at his most susceptible to therapy. But this was not an ordinary storm. Wake had been writing, and he had woken something up in the depths of the lake. Now, it was coming for him. Hartman had naturally prepared for a situation like this. The idiot brothers would keep Wake distracted while Hartman double-checked everything, just to be sure.
Как?
You get 2 pills in the morning, and then you'll be nice and calm all day long.
Вот теперь. Дальше, брат. Ух ты. Ау, самый подходящий момент. Что делает? Хорошо. Хорошо-то как хорошо. Так, missing page.
Mott knew that Wake was smarter than him. Wake had more money, a beautiful wife, everything. And Hartman said Wake was important. That made him better than Mott. But Mott was calling the shots now. He'd expected Wake to whimper and grovel, but instead, he seemed willing to fight. Mott knew he'd gotten under Wake's skin. If only Mott actually had his wife. The thought made him shiver.
Вот кто босс этого Мотта. Доктор Хартман. Получается. Вот вам и распуталась завязочка, развязалась. Не. Не. No. Да ну, блин. Да ну за шо?
For the moment, Barry was just glad he had survived the fall. He had been separated from Al, and there was no easy way to climb back up. He told himself he'd be okay in the gloomy forest at night. He would just have to wait for a while for Al to find his way down. Barry turned when he heard the heavy footsteps and saw the movement. The man-shaped shadow lunged at him from the bushes, an axe held high. Barry screamed and threw up his hand. The world exploded. Hartman watched as Wake's features slackened. The man was bullheaded, no doubt. Even lying on the bed, he'd almost broken Hartman's nose the second time. But with a little time, he could break Wake down, give him proper direction. Wake was easily the most promising subject he'd had. Well, since Tom, really. Sleep well, Alan, Hartman whispered with a smile. Let me take care of you. He sniffed hard to clear his throbbing nose, swallowed blood, and barely tasted it.
Больной сукин сын. Этот ваш Хартман. Да. Hi.
Al! You're alive!
let's get out of here. Can you open this gate?
Maybe.
Barry.
Well, I slammed it shut when the nasty showed up, and the key fits kind of loose in the lock, so,
Barry!
I'll find it, don't worry about it!
Ну давай, а мы постараемся. Судя по всему, да? Опа-на. 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 Не понял, за что, блядь? Не понял, за что, блядь? Не работает ни хрена себе. Чё не достает? Что за херня, блядь? Son of a bitch! Fuck it! I don't care! Домой нахер! Иди сюда, блядь! Домой! Да что с фонариком, блядь? А мне посрать. Я буду файтить-то.
Tell me we're headed for the nearest "You're now leaving Bright Falls. Come back soon" sign.
We're going to the Anderson farm.
I knew you were gonna say something like that. You know what? You owe me big time for this. When this is through, if we make it, I don't care what anybody says, I'm done with darkness. You're gonna buy me a tanning bed as a gift, and I'm gonna live in it.
I'm crazy, but that's fine, Barry.
Oh, you got that right, Al. You're barking mad. You are by far the craziest.
But maybe that's inevitable when you deal with crazy stuff like this. It helps. This is happening, Barry. Alice, they never had Alice. She's trapped in the darkness at the bottom of the lake, but she's not dead.
Al, how can you know that?
I know, Barry. I can...
Al,
No, listen. I can bring her back. I can find her. There's something special about this place. The lake, it does something to the works of art created here. It makes them come true. But there's a catch. The dark presence, whatever that thing is, twists it to its own ends. That's why all of this is happening. It's using my manuscript to take over everything.
Al, I believe you.
It happened to Thomas Zane before, it happened to the Andersons.
I believe you. Crazy or not, you're not delusional. Weird shit's going down. That's a fact. I'm on board, man. I'm with you.
The Andersons knew about it, but they were too far gone to tell me with all the drugs they were on. But they wrote it down. There's a message somewhere at their farm, Barry. We just need to find it.
Look out!
No.
I had lost my gun in the crash. Barry was nowhere to be seen.
Да.
Barry! Barry!
Oh, man, you're okay! Jeez, it's good to hear your voice! I was trying to get out of the car, but the ground gave way. Man, what a drop! And don't worry, your cutout is fine.
Forget that! Are you okay?
I hit some bushes, didn't get a scratch. There's no way you can climb down, though. It's like a sheer wall. Al, there's something moving down here!
Barry, it's a taken! Use a flare, Barry!
Woo! Yeah!
Barry, are you alright?
Ой, я тебя вижу.
I'm great! Guess you never messed with anyone from New York City before, huh?
Ой, я вижу. Никогда не видел, теперь вижу.
Barry, just wait for me, okay?
Al, I'm not staying here. It's suicide. I'm going to the farm. I'm gonna go ahead and secure the area. You can catch up. Don't worry about it. I'm on the case.
Now he's Rambo. This would turn into a disaster if I didn't catch up with Barry.
Да, надо с ним, надо к нему. Да. Да. Fuck you. Ай-яй-яй-яй-яй-яй. Ну и что, а как я по-вашему вернусь? Ну, блядь. Идём.
When he stopped the car at the Anderson farm, Walter felt relieved. Oblivion was close at hand. The brothers wouldn't miss a jar of moonshine or two in the booby hatch. But then he saw the man on the porch, and he knew who it was. Driving for his life and knowing it was useless, he didn't realize he was crying until he couldn't see the road for the tears.
The road for the tears. Из-за слез. For. Not because. For. Okay, I get it. Охранен. You son of a bitch. Готово. Отстань, сука. Чё, блять? Как мне с этим сражаться, с одним прожектором, который в другую сторону светит, твою мать? Что за бред? Как уворачиваться от вагона можно? Майн гад. Блять. Ию. Шо. Там чё? Я там не был. Я там не был. Неужели? Не может быть. Не может быть. Это я тут был.
Shadows crawled over the gate. I needed a light to destroy them to get through.
Ish.
Agent Nightingale stared at the passed out rider. The man was sleeping off one hell of a night. Nightingale felt a stab of envy at Wake's oblivion, but he had a job to do. He put the gun to Wake's head and almost became a murderer. His hand shook and his throat felt tight and dry. Biting his teeth, he tried again to pull the trigger. He lost the nerve. Wake stirred. Nightingale would have to settle for an arrest. I hoped there'd still be a working generator somewhere around here to power up the old lights by the gate.
Я уже его зажег, дурак. Сам Верараунд. Да. Ouch.
I could sense the movement in the woods ahead. Facing the enemy without a weapon was dangerous, but I had no choice.
Ой, еще и батареек нет.
Omega-3 fatty acids are good for your heart.
Беги. Мимо. Попал. Блять, опять заново. Чё ёбаный мудадила, мудозвон. Мудень. Мудрец.
I could sense the movement in the woods ahead. Facing the enemy without a weapon was dangerous, but I had no choice.
Omega-3 fatty acids are good for your heart.
Как раз не хватило чуть-чуть в прошлый раз. Раз. Заново, бяч! Ах как я это вам сделаю, блядь? На! А, 4 надо завода. Понимаю, значит никак. Не, никак. Нет, никак не сделал. Ух ты ж, ёб твою мать. Я увернулся, you son of a bitch. А если заведу? А если, блядь, заведу? Где это, сволочь? Где это, сволочь? Ну, конечно, 4 раза теперь надо. Ну, конечно. Не 3, 4.
A car was driving away from the farm, headed in the same general direction as I was. For all I knew, it was Barry, caught in the consequences of leaping before looking. The car was heading for the cabin up ahead. It wasn't far. If it was Barry, I would see the damage soon.
Я там где-то видал записочку. Вот там, в самом углу.
I'm trying to deliver each page to the right time and place. I'm trying to show you how the story goes.
Okay.
I had seen glimpses of the light before. I had seen it in my dream. It was a strange spaceman or a diver in a bulky suit. He was...
Okay. Way.
The dark presence followed the choreography laid out to it in the manuscript, growing stronger and stronger, moving like a storm from one scene of destruction to the next. But it was still bound to follow the story and chained to the dark place it came from. When the story reached the end it longed for, it would finally be free. The dark presence followed the choreography, the one who'd been placing the pages on my path.
Капканчики, да, понаставлены. Понимаешь ли. You son of a bitch. А сам можешь в свой капкан попасться? Ты как? Не может. Ну так нечестно. По голове себе покидай. Дурак.
The storm raged on as the Anderson brothers walked unsteadily away from the clinic with the other patients in tow, knowing that this time they wouldn't return. The darkness around them seethed with horrors, but Tor and Odin were unafraid. Their eyes glinted with guile. They knew every secret path, and there was blood on their hands. They had fought these shades before. Someone had left a gun behind. Now I had a fighting chance of reaching the farm.
Кого? Бум. Why? Так, а куда я назад куда-то иду? Получается. Как будто бы. Son of a bitch! Уф. Хватит. Оба! Миманский. Мибапанский. No! No! Да блять, дай мне вариант встать, братан. Спасибо. Well, fuck you. Не, блядь, не помогает. Ты посмотри, я твою мать, блядь! Охуя! А, сука. Ну, блядь. Ебите меня 7 теней. А, уже? Ну тогда ладно. Два патрона осталось. У, сука. Так, да? Или это я типа мне типа или что? Или типа или что, блядь? You son of a bitch, suck my dick. Сосать. Тьфу, блядь. Шо, падла. Дай. Тут-то-то.
I could see the car, but there was no sight of the driver.
Зараза, собаки, блядь. Тупо патроны у меня забрали и все, блядь.
Hello? Anybody here? Barry!
No! Danny, you're not!
The front door was locked.
What are you? No! Don't! I'm sorry!
Okay. Hold on. I'm coming. Ты не
I
Барри.
know you. You were in jail the other day.
I went to the farm again for the moonshine, you know? It makes you see. They're not gonna miss it. They're in the loony bin. But my buddy, Danny, I lost him. Something's gone wrong with him. It's not him. Like a real bad follow-up to a real good movie. The best friend's suddenly the bad guy. Who wrote this crap anyway?
Me. Марио. Он умер. Получается.
I've run through every possible course in my head. If I continue like the Dark Presence wants me to, the story I'm writing won't save Alice. It's a horror story, and it's going to kill her, and me, and everybody in this town. No one will survive. Darkness will consume everything. This is what it's wanted all along. It will be free, unstoppable. It used Alice to get to me, dangled her in front of me to keep me going. It was never going to release her. I'm going to change this. I'll escape. I've written myself into the story. I'm now the protagonist. This feels like a terrible risk, but it's the only way to save Alice. I'll be bound by the events of the story just as much as anyone else who's been woven into it. The story must stay true for this to work. There have to be victims along the way, near escapes, cliffhangers. In a horror story, it can't be certain that the hero will succeed or even survive. He almost has to die. I'll write my own escape into the story next. I need help. Zane's going to be the one who will help me. I'll make it happen. Let me guess. Danny, huh?
Deadly. Хе-хе. Oh, parkour.
The farm was still a good distance away. I'd need a car to get there fast.
Oh. Вот это хоррор. Уже. Так. Опа. А тебя бы я и не увидел.
For a moment, Hartman considered strangling the idiot. Mott was mean-spirited, but easily manipulated. An emotional infant who lived for his approval. Wake, by contrast, was a far more difficult subject. Mott had given him too much leash. In 2 days, who knew what could happen? Hartman would have to find a way to rein him in, and quickly.
Опаньки, и ничего. А там я был. А тут. Что? Туалет дышит.
If Barry wasn't up here, he was probably in trouble down at the farm. For a moment, I felt bad for doubting him. After all, I'd made it this far myself. But Barry was Barry.
Вот блестят две вещи. Какие-то. Кия. Да. Или нет? Чё, блядь, подняться не может? Чё, блядь? А. Блядь, опять застрял.
Well, as I'm sure everyone's noticed, that storm we all felt coming is finally here. The boys at the Weather Service reckon it'll last until morning at the very least. Pertaining to that, let me read that missing persons alert again. The Sheriff's Department's still looking for a Caucasian woman, 30 years old, slim and blonde with blue eyes. She may be lost in the woods, and it's possible she's been injured in a car accident. If you see her, please make sure you get her indoors and call the sheriff. It's bad weather to be caught out in, so if you see someone in the area who maybe looks a little confused, give him a hand, all right? This is Pat Maine on KBF FM, hoping you're all safe and warm tonight.
Оу. Вот это да. Son of a bitch. to the farm. Get to the farm. Ага. Назад проехав. Дрифтит. Ля. Ля, как умеет. Чуть. My eyes! Это 360, блять. Меня убивает. Вот они якобы соединились, да, получается? Ну шо, упал. Хер бы с ним. Йоу! Что? Это смерть? Нет, все, я устал. Все, я устал. Хватит. На сегодня хватит. Чекпоинт есть. Половинку. Только пол эпизода прошел. Еботская душа. Ну ладно. Вообще, это сколько их еще вообще надо погуглить? Сколько их всего? Плет, гамепляй. Полет. Это сюжет. А где, собственно... Эпизодический формат 6. Я на 4. С половины, можно сказать. Ну, в принципе, недалеко. Пару дней. По одному эпизодику, по сути. А вот если... Это если так вот после работы. А если выходные будут, то, в принципе, можно и не пару дней, можно и за день пройти в целом. За, допустим, сколько? За 2 часа 4, наверное, вот так вот где-то можно пройти. В целом. Но потом что-то я подустал. Хватит. Одна жизнь, как говорится, на все. Блять, упал со скалы, дурак с машины и разбился. А вначале не разбился. Это нечестно. Но вообще смертельно. Вероятно, с такой высоты. Ну, блять. Ладно. Да потом. так сказать, до потом. До скорого увидимся. Спасибо. Благодарю вас за внимание. И до завтра, вероятнее всего. А если вдруг не получится, то до послезавтра, потому что там выходной. Там точно получится. Все, не скучайте. Пока-пока.